Hello, Fee Jamieson-Folland beaming in from a very beautiful spot. I'm not able to reverse that. I thought I'd be able to reverse it. I'll show you the view. Ooh, isn't she beautiful? That's a cracker. So today it's what you set is what you get, or in fact really what we set is what we get. So what does this mean? Well, I heard, and I actually feel this is rather good timing given that we are kind of drawing out the first quarter of this year. Can you believe it? The first quarter of this year. Far out. 2020. I really like the ring to 2020. I was chatting with a friend yesterday who said that she really likes the number 2. So it's rather a good year for number 2. And when we add those together, 2 and a 2 being 4, numerologically, that can be really good for social connection, for interaction, for the sharing of love, for strong relationships, so that are heart-centered and authentic. I like that. So what we set is what we get. So I learned from one of my mentors that we need to get definite with the infinite about what it is that we choose to create. And that's why I'm mentioning about the end of the first quarter. It's like, okay, so what did we put out there for this year? What are our goals that we've set and how are we going? And sometimes, I don't know about you, I can be a little vague on it when it comes to getting the actual clarity of the goal I'm choosing to set for myself. So it might be a financial target, it might be a physical health focused target. It might be to do with traveling. It might be to do with how much time I choose to spend with people I love, whatever it might be. And so the more specific I can be, the better. Obviously we need to start bigger and then hone in. But getting definite with the infinite means that we're way more likely to actually be able to create it in our lives. And this what you set is what you get is being. It may not be exactly what we get when we expect to get it. And another one of my mentors mentioned that we can actually have everything that we do desire, just not all at the same time. So it's realizing that, some of the things when it comes to classic, when it comes to goal setting, we often underestimate what we can actually do in 5 years and overestimate what we can do in 6 months or a year or even a month. So I also believe, and I learned a really interesting perspective from one of my clients who expressed a concern and a challenge around setting goals that were big, and always had a bit of an aversion to that. Perhaps it could be, for me anyway, I know I've had challenges with that because some of the bigger goals I've set, I haven't reached. And so it's kind of put me off, and I thought, what's the point? And it's like, it's like learning to walk. We're going to fall over, or ride a bike, we're going to fall over and graze our knees and need to get back on again. We don't have to, but I choose to get back on the horse again or back on the bike again. And the other thing too that the mentor who shared getting definite with the infinite shared with me is that if we imagine that we've got this huge sea of abundance that's right here for us to tap into whenever we choose to. That sea of abundance can represent whatever it is. It might represent physical health for us, freedom with our lifestyle, time with loved ones, time in nature, creativity, whatever it is that we desire. The freedom financially to be able to do what we desire, when we desire, with whom we desire, wherever we desire, which is a very privileged position for me to basically be in now. And that's from getting definite with the infinite, and also realizing that sea of abundance, we can either go to that, he shared with me, we can either go to that sea of abundance with a teaspoon, or we can go to that sea of abundance with a pipeline and be really plugging into that in a way that is a leveraged way, so that rather than carrying buckets to it or teaspoons to it, so that we can actually be channeling that abundance for me, it's ultimately to be able to do good. So I trust that's been useful for you. If you found this useful, please do share, because it may well be of inspiration to someone you care about. And in the meantime, have a fabulous one. Till I see you on this week's Alive with V. Ciao for now.